Welcome back, everybody. We are here, B Shooter 94, Monday Night Nitro, second week of February 2002. We are in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, just under 5,500 people. We're on the road to Super Brawl. I first want to just apologize. It's been a few days since I've been able to record, so I was on vacation. So we're hopping back into this now, so I apologize for the delay in content. But let's get into this. So we opened the show with a recap of last week. Remember, Abyss chokeslammed Goldberg through the announce table to end the show. Obviously, Abyss and Goldberg are on a collision course for Super Brawl, and we're getting there. And this is just a little showcase that what happened at the end of last week. 68 rating there. And in a decent matchup, Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeats Frankie Kazarian in 7:54 by pinfall with a handful of tights. Kazarian a 63, Chavo a 50. 56 rating overall. This feud's still not over. We're going to end it at Super Brawl, but Chavo gets a much-needed victory. Even though he had to cheat, still beats Frankie Kazarian. 63 out of Kazarian, though, that's really high. I'm very happy with that. I'm not upset with that whatsoever. And 56 rating, not bad, not bad. We have a segment showing the Dynasty arriving to the building. In their limo, Jeff Jarrett, Dustin Rhodes, and BG James, wondering what's going to be on their mind tonight. As last time we saw them, they did the funeral for the Outsiders, so we'll see kind of what they think their next move is and who potentially could be their next victims. 63. And in a decent matchup, Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow defeat Zero Cool in about 12 minutes when Bam Bam Bigelow pins Scott Taylor with a greeting from Ashbury Park. Shane Douglas carried the match in in-ring performance, 51 rating for Scott, 49 for Sean O'Hare, 51 for Buff, 61 for Shane. Sean O'Hare and Scott Taylor have excellent chemistry, and the announcing quality lifted the match, 55 rating. Alright, good stuff. Zero Cool, I just wanted to see where they kind of were at. They're kind of like that weird mid-card tag team right now. So I just want to see kind of where they were at facing the champs here. So, good stuff. 55 ratings, a little disappointing, but we'll get there. Post-match, the Road Warriors hit the ring, and when they hit the ring, Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow bail from the ring immediately as the fans erupt to the Road Warriors return. Looks like we're going to be on a collision course for this tag team match one final time for the Road Warriors, Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow. 72 rating there, Jesus. Got that Road Warrior pop, love to see it. And we come back from commercial break, and Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow are complaining to Bischoff in the office, and Bischoff says, this will be the final encounter. Road Warriors versus Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow. No countouts, nothing, because it's going to be inside of a steel cage for the Tag Team Championships. 73 rating there. Road Warriors are kicking it up with some ratings here. This is good stuff. Shane and Bam Bam are doing great. This is awesome stuff, because this isn't even my top stuff on the card, so very good, good. So we have a cage match now for Super Brawl for the WCW Tag Team Championships. Road Warriors, Shane Douglas, and Bam Bam Bigelow will finally finish their feud. And in a decent match, Tommy Dreamer makes his return and defeats Rhino in 7:37 with a roll-up. 64 for Rhino, 44 out of Dreamer. The announcing quality lists the match, and we have a 55 rating. So, the way the TV Championship works, we do defend the championship as much as possible, but Dreamer got a non-title victory here. So next week is Tommy Dreamer versus Rhino for the television championship. 39 rating there. We're just going to ignore that. Booker T comes down to the ring and cuts a promo on Rey Mysterio, saying that he's not even sweating Mysterio for Super Brawl. He's just focused on what's next after Super Brawl because he's looking right over Rey Mysterio. He is not a threat. He is not a challenge. As Rey Mysterio's music hits, though, and Mysterio says, if I'm such a not a threat or a so-called challenge to you, let's do this. Next week, let's both find a partner, and in the main event, we'll do a tag team match. My partner and I versus your partner and you. And let's see if you can still overlook me and think that I'm just some joke or some non-challenge to you. So, 69 rating there. Tag team match booked for next week, so we'll make sure to see who that's going to be. And in a decent matchup, Little Guido defeats Rick Steiner in 7:32 with a Riverdercy. Guido a 69, Steiner a 52. Announcing quality lifted the match, and the match got the crowd hotter. A 62 rating overall. Nothing wrong with that. Good stuff. Guido gets a win. Steiner still does his job as a mid-card, just babyface. Post-match, Mike Awesome and Lance Storm are shown on the Titantron as they attack the Militia's Super Crazy and Ray Gonzalez backstage, since Berlin was out at the ringside with Guido. Doing exactly what Guido and the Militia did last week, except they got the upper hand, as Storm and Awesome seem to be aligned with themselves after what happened, and they are reforming their alliance. 52 rating here, so good stuff. Love to see this. Good. And about that great wrestling and good heat, Rob Van Dam defeats Kaz Hayashi in 13:22 with a split-legged moonsault. 87 for RVD, 64 to Kaz, 77 overall. Love to see that. Thank you very much, guys. Rob Van Dam I can put any time on the card, and I know I'm going to get a high 70 rating. Post-match, Buff Bagwell and Rob Van Dam. The challenge has been made for Super Brawl, and it's official. The U.S. Championship will be defended by Rob Van Dam versus Buff Bagwell at Super Brawl. Buff Bagwell and Don Maria, a good pairing. Awesome, and a 66 rating. So, can Buff Bagwell finally claim that U.S. Championship from Rob Van Dam, or will RVD be able to hold off Buff Bagwell's challenge? Let's see. 66 rating, though. Good stuff. And a decent matchup. Lex Lugar defeats Kid KAsh in about 7 minutes by pinfall. Lex Lugar 46, Kid KAsh is 62, 57 rating overall. This is simply just to get Lex Lugar another win, and Kid KAsh more popularity just by being on the show, because I don't really have anything else for him at the moment. And post-match, Chris Kanyon comes out and cuts a shoot-like promo on Lex Lugar, saying that WCW should no longer be the land of collecting pension checks. WCW should not be about these old guys from the 90s who, should have left the business years ago. WCW should be about the guys who are here and now, the future and the present, not an old hag like Lex Lugar who barely can get around the ring. And Kanyon says, Lex, you're the reason that guys like me and so many other guys are held back, because you guys just keep taking our spots and taking our money. That ends tonight. 68 rating there. So it looks like we're going to be getting a Chris Kanyon and Lex Lugar little story here. Obviously, Chris Kanyon hates the older veterans because he feels like he was overlooked his whole career, and that they are taking their spots and money. So, and obviously Lex kind of represents that. So 68 rating there. We get a backstage promo from Abyss and James Mitchell, talking about how they finally feel like they know Abyss is in a singles match here, so I just gotta get to that. Perfect. Abyss versus Shane Helms, and about that good heat and decent wrestling. Abyss defeats Shane Helms in 9:51 with a black hole slam. 66 for Abyss, 47 out of Helms. They don't click, so that sucks. And the announcing quality lived to the match. Okay. 62 rating though. Abyss gets a win, and Shane Helms gets featured in a good spot here. So both things are good, except for the fact that they didn't click. But I can't, not everybody's going to. So that's cool. Good stuff. The Dynasty come down to the ring and cut a promo on the Outsiders, saying they finally rid WCW of those guys who destroyed the company, and now we're going to move forward and start taking over ourselves. 64 rating there, but they get interrupted when the Outsiders music hits. Nash and Hall hit the ring. They lay out Dustin Rhodes and BG James as Jeff Jarrett scurries from the ring and is standing on the ramp as the Outsiders are back. Hall hits the Razor's Edge on BG. Nash hits the jackknife on Dustin. 74 rating here. Big stuff here from the Outsiders. And the final, Nash and Hall get the mics and say, at Super Brawl, it'll be Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and a mystery partner versus Jeff Jarrett, Dustin Rhodes, and BG James. 70 rating there. The crowd is obviously very surprised to see the Outsiders as they are back. The funeral is obviously not a thing. So awesome stuff. Way to end the Nitro here. Let's see what we get for a final rating. Okay, we got 67. We lost popularity in 2 regions, but we gained in 13. So I'm okay with that. So that is perfectly fine. 67 rating. I'm not upset. Couple things I could have done better on this show for sure, but 67 rating is good. I think that's a good building block show to the next one for the go home show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you on the next Nitro for our go-home show of Super Brawl. Please make sure you're liking, comment, and subscribing so we can keep this going. The more you guys show you like the videos, the more YouTube likes me, and the more I'll want to do more of these videos. So let's keep building, guys. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep it going, alright? Have a good one.